Hello and welcome back to 922. I think this will be the last episode in this series. When I can tell I have like a chapter and a bit left, so if I need to take a break, I'll just pause the recording, whatever, and then keep it going. But otherwise, yeah, I think I'll finish it in this one. So let's get to it. It takes a minute, but annoyed students begin spilling out onto the plaza adjacent to the Jefferson building. The guards are among the first out. It's hard to miss them with their black uniforms and their baseball caps. I strut right past them in the commotion. Ian and Todd are skulking just behind. I smile to the camera. Would have waved at it if it weren't for my cohorts. They look ready to scamper if I as much as blink too loud. You two are crazy. You know that? What's even your plan? We have like 5 minutes. No need to get creative. We go in, confirm that it's a lab, and get out. How big is it inside? Massive. Guys. Out of all the things I forgot to remember, it had to have been a keypad. Kurt must have mentioned it at some point. 1111. One, two, three, four. Piece of shit. What's wrong? Door's locked. Great. Let's get out of here. Patience, Ian. You didn't think it would be? I figured I'd be able to get it open. And how come you can't? There's a keypad now. Forgot they had installed one. They had one installed. Are you done? No. Spencer, I have a favor. Shoot. Could you try a few more times? Really? Stop it, Todd. Spencer, could you or could you not? Enough! Enough what? Guards will be back any moment. Spencer obviously doesn't know how to get in. Why would he? Let's just go. Man, are you blind? What? Okay, look. Hey, Spencer, on a scale from 1 to 10, how possessed are you? Fuck's sake, Todd, he's not possessed. 1. Are you serious? He's like a completely different person right now. You spoke to him once. You don't even know him. Oh, and you do? Tell me, Lovebird, do you no longer care that your boyfriend is a corpse? Are we back to double guessing ourselves whether he's dead at all? Seems to me like he's alive only when you're feeling extra guilty about his death. Todd, what are you gonna do? Hit me? I still have your pictures of his corpse on my phone. Want me to whip them out so we could compare? Holy shit, shut up! Just stop! Look at his smug fucking face, Ian. Coffee stains on 19th century print. Unplaceable vigor. Laughter laughter napped flint? What the fuck does that mean? That's him. That's fucking him right now. Show me anyone else who better fits that description. Shit, I gave them the same voice. You and you. Scram. Who? Let's go, Ian. Hello, sir. We're sorry. Ian. No, Ian. Let's go. I was wondering how long it'd take you to show up. Same to you. Same to you. Got some good news for you, Fisher. You don't mind if I call you Fisher, do you? I'm done. It's just like you said, remember? The murder, it's not any of my business. It's all yours. Aren't you glad? His pupils twitch left to right, as though he can't decide on which of my eyes he prefers to focus. I am glad. Glad your head is still on your shoulders. Gave me some worry last time when you couldn't piece two words together. You were threatening to kill me. Worry my ass. Prefer not to, but keep running your mouth and I may rethink. You won't. Not today. Why not? Got a hunch. Nostalgic. Wouldn't get used to it if I were you. After a while, that hunch of yours goes away. What are you doing here? I'm sorry to change the subject, but do you want to field some questions while you're still around? I don't. What are you doing here? What's your story, anyway? How come you look like my dad? Right. I see. You want to sit down for this? He twists around, pretending to check behind each shoulder. Could have sworn there was a chair down here. Never mind. I'm your grandpa. Michael was my son. Satisfied? Not really. Heh. Go ahead and ask your mother about it. Don't you think it's funny how she suddenly has money to send you to college? She won a scholarship in a raffle. To Harris. Yeah. And nowhere else. That's how raffles work. With your pathetic entrance exam. Real scandal that they let me in. Why go through all the trouble? Sounds like a pain in the ass. A pain in the ass is what I'd gotten. You're almost as thick as your father, you ungrateful shit. Look at me. Does an old man need an excuse to reconnect with his only remaining family? Swear to God, don't know why I bother. Random question. Do you believe in fate? I don't. Why? Did you plan to come down here today? No, it just sort of happened. Oops. That's right. Keep that in mind. After you. Oops. You do raise a good point, I guess. About what? You and Todd and Ian. The guards, the cameras. Even if you take me out of the equation, you gotta admit something funny's going on. It's this place, right? Everything seems to revolve around it. Got any ideas? None I can say. Classified? That's not what's stopping me. What is? You know, you were much chattier when I thought I was about to die. Did it take so little to get you to back off? What's the point of taking me here if you're just gonna keep silent? It's gotten risky. What has? Risky for who? For both of us. What do you mean? Listen carefully. He looks straight ahead, as if searching the darkness for the end of the tunnel. When you wake up tomorrow, think back on today. The things you've said, the things you've heard. If you're still capable of thought at all, that is. That's all I'm gonna say. You and I don't get second chances. And personally, I don't want to die. It's with the framed articles. Ha! The articles? That takes me back. I forgot they're even there. It's how we used to talk to one another. We had a rotation. Every month, one of us would cut a story out of that day's headlines. Then, down here, we'd make sure that last month's news checks out. Hang our own article up and leave. Make sense? None at all. Time travel? Question mark? Swell. Is this a Rye from Futurama on my own grandfather situation? Why'd you stop? Good eye. Technology marches on, Spencer. They now have a room full of equipment that shoots lasers at quartz crystals for it. Don't need to expend any of us anymore. You said you were going to give up on the David Johnson case. I did say that. Was that a lie? No. Why? Your little friends are a thorn in my side. Yeah, they are. Wouldn't worry about it. Without my help, they'd just lose interest and give up. Is that so? You seem to think very little of them. Am I wrong? It took a few attempts to convince your friend, Andrew Park, to throw in the towel. And the two paranormal club kids you came in with just now were moments away from knowingly breaking into government property. They're earnest and resourceful. They wouldn't have been down here if it wasn't for me. I'll talk again to Ian Martin and this Todd. Unfortunately, there's only so much influence I can provision. I suggest you assist. Why should I? See, I don't buy it. Do you expect me to believe you're powerless to stop a bunch of college students? You killed a guy. With your bare hands. And you're throwing threats around like it's nothing. And what's stopping you from doing the same to anyone? I certainly had no issues with threatening me, Grandpa. He breathes in sharply, and for a moment, I lose his silhouette. I want you to speak to Kurt Abrams. You have to convince him to give up on David Johnson. He's a danger to me, he's a danger to you, and he's likely a danger to half the damn city. In what? Shut up. Kurt Abrams is special. He's a little parting gift from David Johnson to me. What the hell does that mean? He won't lose interest if you don't help him. Certainly not if he sees it's only because your head is lodged up your ass. Speak to Kurt Abrams. Got it? No. I got nothing. I'm not his or anyone else's guardian. I can't tell anyone what to do anything. And I wish everyone would stop telling me what to do too. Unbelievable. What could one have possibly done to raise such a little wimp? We're here. Huh? What? What? Where am I? Disorienting, isn't it? I don't care what you think or how you feel about it. As far as I'm concerned, you're responsible for getting Kurt Abrams to stop whatever he's doing. Do not fail. Hey, first try. I had to take mine 3 times, you know. You've really outdone yourself, Spencer. Good work. Been a while. I'm shivering under my sweat-soaked blanket. My entire body is aching. My face is heavy with liquid and my mouth is more dry than the Sahara's asshole. I think I'll skip class today. I was doing so well keeping up with my classes, too. Shit. Must be a beautiful day outside. I let birdsong serenade me in and out of consciousness until I can fall unconscious no more. The clock blinks 10:29. I take a leak. I puke my guts out. When I'm done retching, it's 11:01. Tap water is far too cold, so I opt with pouring whatever's left in my kettle into a glass. It tastes like limescale and barf. It gets the job done. Blood is pumping in my ears and my eyes are stinging like crazy. I just barely managed to maintain enough focus to tell my internet friends I feel like shit. Only the Europeans are online to see it this early. They offer their fake online hugs and well wishes. I accept their platitudes nominally. I don't have the energy to do anything. If I go back to bed, I'll just get mad over being unable to fall asleep. I reach for my phone and click airplane mode off. How often are you putting airplane mode on? Better get the day started. It's Kurt. He writes, "Have you seen this?" And next message is a URL that takes up my entire screen. It ends with Rockland corpse body missing. No, not today. I begrudgingly return to the bathroom and wash my hands and face. The water is either freezing or scalding. I flinch in pain when I rub the towel against my face. I space out in front of the toaster. It takes too long for my nose to register the smoke. And when I come back to, the bread is charcoal black. I take little bites of it as I scroll past image macros and half-hearted quips and discussion threads of forum games I've never participated in. Around midday, I run out of things to do. I'm halfway down my toast. The nausea's not getting any better. I feel like I got kicked in the stomach by a train. What are you supposed to do in this situation? I didn't pack a thermometer. All I have are valerian root pills that don't do shit. It takes a bit of scrolling down the email app, but after a while I find it. The map of the campus we were sent shortly after orientation. There's a pharmacy just out of the northeast gate of the campus. It's a bit of a trek, but at this point I might be running out of options as to what to do. I'll buy some Dayquil, a thermometer, and vitamin pills. That should keep me out of the hospital with any luck. "1 p.m. I'll lie down until 1 p.m. At 1 p.m., I'll head out. The things you've said, the things you've heard. I've had these nightmares countless times before. I figured I'd gotten so used to them that my mind stopped showing them to me. All the latest crap must have jostled me into having them again. Could have sworn that they never were this clear. Trying to sift through what I remember is like pulling teeth when my face is full of snot. Can I draw out even a single useful piece of information from the barrage of nonsense I saw while sleeping? The bomb shelter is undeniably important. I'll just have to avoid it. It's nothing to do with me. Kurt. There's Kurt. Nothing good came out of putting off talking to Ian. And Kurt is even more of a wild card. As Brian Fisher put it, I must tell Kurt to stop with the murder stuff. If I won't... Oh, wait, did it say Brain Fisher? Brain Fisher. That makes more sense. If I won't, real Fisher will kill him or something. And why am I even stalling? Just tell him and be done with it. Where am I? I can barely power through the dull pain behind my eyes to raise them so high up. Corner of Evans and Hall? I'm lost. I swallow a metaphorical bundle of needles. My ribcage groans with every pant. I have to sit down. Breathe in. Breathe out. In. Out. A small part of me is ashamed for never having explored the area. There are lovely parks all over the place. This one has a freaking gazebo. I focus on the sound of leaves rustling on concrete to keep myself from dry heaving. Any minute now, any second. No one can stay nauseous with an empty stomach for that long. It's Ian. He says, "You coming? I missed you yesterday. Everything all right?" Must he phrase it like that? And what is he talking about? We had classes all day together. I start typing that I'm fine, but... Check this out. It's the same URL Kurt sent me this morning. Hey Ian, send. Just a little sick, send. By the way, I heard you have pictures of my corpse. Can I see them? This is stupid. Send. He says, sorry. Another URL. Duh. Uh-huh. Maybe I will just stop it there. I paused it briefly to check if that was the start of a new chapter, and it is, so... Maybe... I think this is going to be the last chapter, if I understand correctly, so... That'd be a good final episode and not have this one end up being an hour and a half long. Alright, so I guess I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.